This is the Elite Scout for Friday the 25th of October, 3310. Elite Dangerous is a bit of a soap opera. Let me explain. Soaps are regularly broadcast serialized shows, at least weekly, if not more frequently. There tends to be a number of stories progressing each week. Some are just starting, some are in the middle, and some are approaching the end. And as one of those story threads ends, another begins, and you're kept inside a living world of characters and drama and entertainment. Stories have always been tucked into the background of Elite Dangerous, from Galnet news posts and player-discovered log entries in-game, to the monthly frameshift lives and major app updates in the real world. Through the lens of a soap opera, you can see these major overarching storylines and the smaller stories that run over a few weeks coming from FDev. You can see the impact of the weekly tick on Powerplay and the daily tick for BGS feeding into that soap opera-like structure, keeping you in the world. Frontier Developments are relying on the community to help drive this soap opera. The Galnet news articles may set the scene and lay out the plot lines, but you have the likes of Lave, Burpit, Hutton Orbital and more actually pushing out not just the written storylines, but the speculation, the intrigue and the tension that builds on what is found in the game itself. It's a curious place for a Sandbox game to find itself in, but it's one that Frontier has been working on during 2024. The upcoming launch of Powerplay 2.0 will create opportunities for those big plot lines at the top that can be guided by FDev, the push and pull between the powers, a weekly angle that looks to be shared by FDev and the player base. The aforementioned BGS creates the personal plot lines for player groups. On top of that, Commanders' individual stories as they engage in missions and build their own worlds are part of that soap opera. Because it's more than a sandbox. There are elements that players create solely for themselves, but many more are contributing and influencing FDev's storyline, the storyline of the galaxy. Take the Thargoid War. You've websites full of information that are helping player groups to decide where to attack. You have multiple player groups working with each other to create their own storylines. And I'll go back to Aegis and the XSF doing their best to save 250,000 human survivors out of the Titans. All of this is the player base engaging and telling an active story to other players. If Powerplay 2 is going to be a success, then it has to tell many stories from many commanders, all layered on top of each other, each one easy to pick up and follow. From the smallest groups to the largest discards, all contributing equally to the tapestry of the world of Elite Dangerous. This is the Elite Scout, signing out.